Good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in to UBC TV. You are watching news tonight. My name is Jane Yuramchia, and on sign language is Muhammad Mugalu. And in our first story tonight, President Yoweri Museveni has tasked the Uganda police management to adopt modern policing methods that match the temporary crime environment. He was passing out 9,950 probation police constables at the police training school in Kabarye, Masindi. Let's take a look.
After 9 months of initial police training at the police training school in Kabarye, Masindi district, and the Chikafe Yumbe training school, the probation police constables and immigration officers showcased the skills they had acquired.
Are you okay here, guys? You, if it is. You find me? Congratulations on joining the police. Finishing this course successfully, and therefore my honor to pass you out.
During the pass-outs, President Museveni tasked the police to embrace modern techniques for detecting and responding to crime and support the implementation of government development programs.
Because the criminals don't come in helicopters. Even if they come in helicopters, we hear them. We hear the noise. They come either in vehicles or walking on motorcycles or walking on foot. So if a crime is committed, like I've been hearing, rural thefts, stealing the gods, stealing what, stealing coffee from the gardens. This is easy to deal with, because you already have the police laws.
President Museveni also urged police officers to join the fight against corruption.
Young people, nobody should stain your contribution by involving in corruption. Because this is the corruption that is undermining the PDM, is undermining the health, in the health centers. I get a lot of appeals to support people to go to India, to go to Turkey, for the treatment of cancer, treatment of diabetes. But all this money which I keep giving to people to go individually, why not use it to perfect our system here of cancer, of diabetes? Corruption is the LCM of all the problems. Every problem you find there is corruption behind it. Selling of jobs in the districts, I hear they are selling jobs. So we are going to, you as police people where you are deployed, don't associate yourself with corruption.
The Minister of Internal Affairs, Ephraim Kamuntu, reaffirmed the government's commitment to improve technology and other innovations.
In the Ministry of Internal Affairs, for avoidance of doubt, our vision is a peaceful, safe, and stable Uganda. And our mission is to deliver in data security, law and order, peace, and stability in Uganda, where citizenship is protected and preserved.
Police are also seeking resources to recruit at least 3,000 officers annually to address staff turnover.
Need for more recruitment to counter the attrition that we continue to experience. For example, every year we have an attrition rate of about 1,000 personnel who normally leave us through retirements.
The Inspector General of Police also said the implementation of the sub-county policing model has reached 50%.
And progress in implementing and operationalizing this model. We have so far covered 1,231 sub-counties which makes 56%. In 23 policing regions,
the officers have been equipped with skills in maintaining peace, upholding human rights, and promoting national transformation.
That the training and the mentorship you have attained will help you fit in and serve with the integrity, discipline, and commitment required.
With this passing out of 90,950 probation police officers, this brings the police to population ratio to 1 to 839, which is below the recommendable international standards of 1 to 500. Still compiled by Abdul Nasir Rwama for BBC News.
Big number of women joining the Uganda Police Force and equally commanding the guns.
Now, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Uganda, Flavian Zaija, has urged judicial officers to revisit the fundamental principles of their profession to improve efficiency, fairness, and consistency in administration of justice, while closing a training for judges, magistrates, and court officers organized by the Judicial Training Institute. Zaija said the lessons acquired should inspire judicial officers to more proactive, deliver timely justice, adhere to court deadlines, and avoid unnecessary adjournments that prolong the cases.
I believe that you have been reminded that timelines in civil procedure are not merely administrative, but they promote constitutional principle of timely justice. Without defined deadlines for filing pleadings, discoveries, hearings, and for delivering judgments, cases can drag on indefinitely. Reminds me of when cases used to be adjourned sine die. And then you have to dig it up and see where it was rested and when it was last heard. Each of us has interpreted and applied the procedure differently. I'm certain that this training has enabled you to appreciate how to effectively apply summons for direction. A proactive judicial officer, whom I believe each of you is, alive to the tools embedded in the law, is likely to prevent any party from abusing the court process through, for example, delaying tactics or unnecessary interlocutory applications. Because the summons for directions will have to address these issues, the Honorable Chief Justice has consistently stated that courts decide cases, but they do not resolve disputes. I encourage you to embrace the mindset of problem solvers who can guide parties towards amicable settlements where appropriate.
Now moving on, the motion to seek for leave of Parliament by members of the Patriotic League of Uganda to introduce the Administration of Parliament Amendment Bill 2026 has raised concern in the political spheres of Uganda, with politicians and legal brains taking parallel directions. Now, however, the NRM party and the Patriotic League of Uganda leaders claim to restore sanity in Parliament. Robert Nyango has more details.
In Section 8, it provided for election of the
Administration of Parliament Amendment Bill 2026 by a section of members of the Patriotic League of Uganda has attracted mixed reactions among politicians and dictants.
It said the leader of opposition shall be elected by the party in opposition to the government, having the greatest numerical strength in Parliament.
This is a private member's bill. If it becomes necessary for the government to consider it, then at the appropriate time, once it has been moved, either government may take it over or government or the NRM will give its view.
According to the framers, the bill in its current form intends to restore sanity in August House.
Coming up with a motion to amend that particular provision, Section 8, of the Administration of Parliament Act.
In 2024, Mityana South MP Richard Lumu brought a similar bill. 3 months later, Parliament to bring back the same thing.
So all Patriotic League-leaning members of Parliament will definitely support this bill.
Following the rules of procedure, do internal consultation. I don't know whether they have already done internal consultation with the NRM caucus. If they haven't, then they will have to come back and consult the members of the caucus on the merits of the bill.
However, Ogaro is concerned about the depth and size of the trench for multi-party politics.
These people are now trying to do is not in line with both the Constitution, and it is not in line with what the law itself did, which was in line with the Constitution. They are trying to change both the Constitution and the law, and also trying to change how a multi-party system operates.
So, the nature of politics, many people have not appreciated or understood how multi-party democracy works.
However, the Patriotic League of Uganda administration says this will set the standards.
We are not saying we are against the opposition. We have no problem working with the opposition, but in a constructive way. But for them, they think whatever, either good or bad, for them their method of work is always opposed, whether good or bad.
For the director of publicity in the NRM party, Emmanuel Maladombo, also buys the idea.
Occupiers of that office themselves have not understood what that office is supposed to do. I have repeatedly heard the members of the National Unity Platform, including their leaders, saying Parliament is the front for regime change. Now, once you make Parliament a front for regime change, then the role of the leader of the opposition changes.
Is this amendment about the current office holder or the office itself?
We are not saying we don't want opposition. No, we want opposition, but can they behave in a constructive way?
What is the new factor which was absent in Latigo, in Wafula Ogutu, in Nandalama Favi? What is new now which is making a difference? It is the entry into politics of the CDF.
Let my brother Honorable Senyonyi not put that position into the firing range. Because if he chooses to use body politics, there are many people who know body politics. They can use their numbers, they can use the available opportunity, they can muzzle that office and prevent it from what it should have done best if he chooses to continue the way he's doing.
In the proposed bill, the movers want amendments in the Administration of Parliament Act to change the manner of election of the leader of opposition in Parliament as well as his exit. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Thank you so much, Robert Onyango, for that report. Now, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of ICT, Dr. Amina Zawedi, has reaffirmed government's commitment in advancing technology using artificial intelligence. She was presiding over the launch of the Uganda Institute of Information and Communication Technology, UICT, Strategic Plan Financial Year 2025-26 to Financial Year 2029 to 2030, Client Charter and Service Delivery Standards at Nakawa.
Held under the theme Teach Made in Uganda, Build Life, the expo brought together developers, policymakers, employees and innovators to explore practical digital solutions in sectors such as agriculture, tourism, energy and public infrastructure. Young women under the Extend program took center stage, building and demonstrating live teach solutions, reaffirming their critical role in shaping Uganda's digital future.
Worked on a platform called Eki. It's a global market platform that helps the buyers connect with verified vendors. Managed to come up with a dating app called Amorive, which solved a problem of scamming.
Build the automated claims processing system for Old Mutual. This is a web application that enables Old Mutual customers to file for their claims online.
Speaking at the event, Jamie Makairuchu, Chief Product Officer at MTN Uganda, called on Uganda's teach ecosystem to focus on scaling local innovations into impactful national and global solutions.
How do I create impact with some of the products that we build? How do I make sure that we're upskilling the right people, and not just the fortunate ones, but also the unfortunate ones, so that then we bring a balance into this world that we live in.
Refactory Academy says the expo is creating direct pathways for young innovators to connect with employees and industry partners, with over 70 market-ready digital solutions showcased.
Many of the companies, specifically those in tech, don't have a standard training program for interns. And so when people go into their spaces, they struggle to learn because there isn't a structure. So what Refactory did was design what we call the apprenticeship program.
Officials have called upon the government to recognize and celebrate the brilliance of Uganda's growing digital talent instead of relying heavily on foreign expertise.
Many people prefer to work with foreign experts when it comes to building products, building technology solutions. Yet locally here in Uganda we have so many young people who have gotten so skilled in relevant emerging technologies and trends.
Michael Bakavlindi for UBC News.
The State House Legal Department has been directed by the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to investigate a land dispute in Kyagaju Central, Kabohe Division in Shema Municipality. The move is aimed at protecting the rights of customary land owners and ensuring justice in the line with Uganda's land laws. The directive was revealed during a fact-finding mission led by Ayibare Glorious.
Residents of Kyagaju Central in Kabohe District, Shema Municipality, have petitioned government over a long-standing land dispute involving Kyagaju Farmers Cooperative Society.
Early years of June 1988, there were cases here on this dispute land. It have never been solved, but today I've discovered that the Kyagaju Farmers Cooperative Society owns a certificate of title that was made 2017 and 25 in error.
More than 20 families claim they are customary Bibanja holders on approximately 109 hectares of land that they say they have occupied and developed for over 70 years.
Almost mbunchera kabiri abo kuba buryo myaka nka 20 nyundu kuzarwa nkabushangaho nashanga tata arukutonga nitakiri umyaka mcheta tata yafata kiri abana tatakumane cya muisere twagire kugamba bagira ngo yosho cya muisere no cyumbanya so kuihobwo twasigara tukurwana litaka ntumangu neri atata okibanogana na chairman rosi wana tumanyita karkari yeri ashoko nkatu mwine sente.
Led by Twebanje Rugaju, the administrator of the estate of Darete Fururabite Rugaju, the residents accused the cooperative society of illegally acquiring freehold land titles and forcefully asserting ownership.
And some of other families have been lost fire members, killed one, Matimbano Edwardi, that is a group of Kyagaju farmers. Another one is Karanji, Bagambana. Another one is Jembe Rwakatunguru. So those people, they died on this land of 109 hectares where Kyagaju farmers got illegal title.
The petitioners further allege incidents of tree cutting, destructing of boundary markers, killing of livestock, and intimidation of local land owners.
They bring me summons because of this title. They killed my 60 cows. They killed my 60 goats and sheep. They have cutted my ancestor forests. They have, even they have closed the water. People are fighting here. We don't have where to fetch water. We don't have where to get grass for banana plantation for agriculture. They have even killed the cows of PDM.
In response, President Yoweri Museveni dispatched a State House legal investigative team led by Ayebare Glorious to assess the dispute.
We've come here for fact-finding. We shall reach back at our offices. We study the facts picked from this ground. We see how we can help people of Kyagaju. In a few days, we shall give them a report telling them how they can stay on the land.
Assistant RDC Perus Biargaba welcomed the intervention, while police warned that any violence or illegal acts will lead to arrest.
We are hopeful concerning this issue, and we know that time is going to come and a report is going to come out concerning this. So we thank both parties for the peace they have preserved, or they have shown during the meeting.
So as we are waiting for their report, let the status quo remain. As we see what is going to come out. The president had your alarm and has sent the right people to hear your views. Are we together? And in the meantime,
the dispute traces back to the 1970s, with several failed court and tribunal attempts to resolve it.
From Shema back to Kampala, where a section of women under the Uganda Women Network has called on government to officially recognize and honor veteran politician and women's rights advocate Dr. Miriam Matembe for her outstanding contribution to Uganda's governance, democracy and women's empowerment. The appeal was made during a press conference in Kampala held in her honor, where the women emphasized the importance of celebrating national heroes while they are still alive.
For the first time in my entire life, I didn't know what to do. And that scares me. And for us to keep quiet, it scares me most. Not allow our laws to be disrespected like we are not alive. Fear is being used as a tool to silence us.
Women activists and politicians in Uganda, many of whom say they were mentored by veteran politician Dr. Miriam Matembe, have expressed solidarity with her following reports that her home was raided. In a joint statement, the women praised Dr. Matembe for what they described as her lifelong commitment to public service, saying she has reminded the country that democracy without women is incomplete and that accountability without integrity is empty. They also honored both Dr. Miriam Matembe and Mr. Nikemia Matembe, saying the two have dedicated their lives to public service and deserve recognition.
Dr. Miriam Matembe and Mr. Nikemia Matembe have given their lives to public service, and that service must be honored, not undermined.
The husband, for heaven's sake, who has done all it takes to ensure that Ugandans are in peace, she deserved better. This is not the payment that Miriam should get in her old age. This is not the reward that a nation she has served should give her.
The acting president of the National Unity Platform, Dr. Lina Zedriga, said Dr. Matembe was instrumental in mentoring many of them and exposing them to injustices faced by women.
Opened our eyes. She gave us a lens of courage and truth. Pull together our powers, power with, power to, in practice. Yes, for us women.
The executive director of the Center for Constitutional Governance, Dr. Sarah Birete, alleged that her own home was also raided alongside offices of Akina Mama wa Africa.
Of Honorable Matembe, in the afternoon my house was raided. When we analyzed voices after they had left, they seemed to have been looking for Dr. Matembe
and allegedly other foreigners I host in my house.
Other women leaders under the Uganda Women's Movement, including former Deputy Lord Mayor of Kampala, Doreen Nyanjura, said they stand with Dr. Matembe, crediting her with inspiring them to speak out against injustice.
We are not going to turn back in as far as fighting for the constitution that you participated in formulating.
Appeal to the religious leaders in our nation that this is a word for you as well. You've been called to action.
I'm Nafka Farida in Kampala.
Moving on, government is supporting skills and vocational training as a measure to address youth empowerment. The Special Presidential Assistant for Education and Skilling, also Director of the Presidential Skilling Initiative on Skilling the Girl and Boy Child, Dr. Faith Mirembe Katana, says the skilling program is all-embracing. She was speaking during the monitoring the assessment exercise in Kampala.
Uganda's education system will produce graduates with skills that are competitive on the job market. The Uganda Vocational and Technical Assessment Board has assessed 31,400 candidates from 209 sitting centers countrywide for competence. 3,250 trainees are under the Presidential Initiative on Skilling the Girl and Boy Child from the 9 training centers. These were assessed in 14 key occupations. The Special Presidential Assistant in Education and Skilling, Dr. Faith Mirembe Katana, says the initiative targets youth. The State House supported program is free for every Ugandan.
And this is a cohort 7 that are doing exams today. This is aligned with the President's emphasis on mobilizing the masses and the people of Uganda to transform their incomes, their domestic incomes, but also productivity among the youth. This was specifically started for the ghetto, the vulnerable.
The project coordinator, Selugo Moses Sande, says the vision will address unemployment among youth in the country.
For those who are in the ghetto, for those who are looking for the jobs, because you find people looking for the jobs. When you ask him or her, what job are you looking for? He said, all the job there is no way you can look the job when you don't have any skill. So I encourage you people, first come here, the skilling, and get that skill.
Mutundwe Center Administrator Namata Rita says such skills will transform them within the communities.
On hairdressing, students have sat 117, shoemaking 16 students, embroidery 11, knitting 11, bakery 72, tailoring 65 to make a total number of 292. Everything is going on well.
Candidates hail government for the training, which they say provides them with the long life skills, where over 50,000 youth have been trained and passed out since its 2017. Nals Bawini reporting for UBC TV.
Over 100 Kasubi market vendors are crying foul after a savings group that collected their daily savings has disappeared. They revealed and appealed to the Assistant RCC Kampala Hajat Zulaika together with the RCC officials who are currently on a monitoring and evaluation exercise of government programs and infrastructure initiated by Office of the President to intervene.
Kasubi market vendors have a claim after a one notes and coins credit services conned over 100 vendors of their savings. During a market inspection exercise, the Assistant RCC for Kampala, Hajat Zulaika Mubiru, tasked the market leadership to explain what happened. The leaders say, despite cautioning vendors, they never heeded.
Companies, let me say the illegal companies, like, for example, like money lenders, but they come collecting from them money every day, like 500, 1,000. After some time, they disappear. I don't see why these people are getting license from the government, why with the directives of His Excellency the President directed that the money lenders should stop being given the license of the what? Of the money lending.
Naye oli ajja n'akusanga wano ng'olina ettaano z'okozeewo n'okola ki? Ati ekyo kyekitubbisa. Naye tetumanyi tuba tetulina we tusobola bawaabira.
Abo bammanelenda abajja kubanga nabo bizinensi. Ate era kkiriza nti gavumenti egikkiriza. Omanyi nti alina layisinsi. Nga ne bw'aba asifulumye bweru naga nti omulemesa omulimu gwe ayinza ate okudda ku bukulembeze n'alaba ng'ogumulemesezza. Bino tujja bikola okutegeeza abasuubuzi baffe bategeere nti ekyo kikyamu oba bababba mu ngeri etentuufu.
On the hygiene, Kasubi Market scored high. A KCCA truck collects garbage. Regarding water utility, a jerrycan of water goes for as low as 200 shillings.
Ekisooka tebabasasuza bifo, ekifo tekisasulwa. Ekyokubiri amazzi babasasuza amazzi, ekidomola nusu 2. Ekirala kyensanzeewo obuyonjo. Obuyonjo bayonjo nnyo era njagala kwebaza KCCA omulimu gwekola.
One of the pressing concerns of the Kasubi Market traders is the increasing number of traders. They appeal to government to buy off-market neighbors for market expansion.
Basaba nti amayumba agalinaanya akatale kano. President yakole ekisoboka kyonna okulaba nti at least babagula then bagaziya akatale. N'abantu be bagoba ku nguudo bonna badda mu katale muno mwe babasonseka.
Anja no sleep tukikozesa atugulire amayumba ago galiwo nga 5 bannanyiniwo batunda tukole emirimu gavumenti egende ng'ekola ebyayo n'abasuubuzi bakole ebyayo.
I'm happy because this market has benefited from government program. For example, they have a moga and it is active. So far, they received 30M and they are expecting to get additional of 20M.
Crispus Arinitwe reporting for UBC.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima gukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungu ya kusabula. Mikono tu, free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
Makerere Institute for Social Development, a certified institution for higher learning, invites applicants for certificates and diploma courses like accounting and finance, procurement, journalism, tailoring and fashion design, with many other skills-tailored courses.
Our institution is compliant. First of all, it is recognized by National Council for Higher Education. We are certified. The registration number is UBB 187.
Tested and tried since 1995, Makerere Institute for Social Development is your solution when it comes to quality education.
You may apply for January, May, August intakes. Find us along Sir Apollo Kagwa Road, opposite Makerere University Sports Ground. Our tuition is affordable with a state-of-art facilities. Early birds stand a chance to grab themselves bursaries. MISD or Makerere Institute for Social Development, facilitating your career.
There is a new way to keep your breath fresh all day. Introducing Movit All Day Toothpaste, meant to give you powerful night gum defense and teeth whitening. The charcoal flavor gives you deep cleansing and power stain removal. And the herbal delivers natural strength for healthy, confident smiles. Choose Movit All Day Toothpaste and enjoy freshness all day.
Welcome to Ingiko, the global brand delivering quality, innovation and performance for professionals and homeowners. Discover our latest range of products that we deal in, like power tools, hand tools, PPE, generators and general hardware items. Visit us at our different branches on 6th Street Industrial Area, Kampala Road next to Mapera House, Entebbe Road opposite Housing Finance Bank. Visit our website at www.ingikotoolsuganda.com or call us on 0709-861-948 or 0779-491-855.
Ingiko, make the world in your hands.
I'm called Awidi Isabella. I'm studying from Villa Maria School of Nursing. I've won a school fees with the MTN Momo. This school fees you win for a full year, which I'm very happy for it. I thank MTN Momo for helping me in paying my school fees.
We've paid all the fees for the year.
Thank you very much, because on Wednesday, the principal told me, look for my man and bring my man. I told her, me, I don't have man, and you have to wait until I get the money. But when I left our office, at 3, they called me that you've won the money from Momo. I said, how does it happen?
As long as you pay school fees using Momo, you stand a chance to win school fees for a year. Dial *165*80# to win school fees for a year and more.
Welcome back from the short commercial break. Now, moving on to Kotido, leaders in North Karamoja are calling for an increase in the number of beneficiaries under the anticipatory cash transfer program, citing a prolonged dry spell that has led to widespread crop failure across the region. This comes as the program was officially launched in Kotido, targeting 35,000 vulnerable people in Kotido and Kabong districts, with a total support package of $396,860. The launch was officiated by Iran's ambassador to Uganda, Megs Gaina.
According to the March and April 2026 Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, Karamoja continues to face significant food security and nutrition challenges, particularly during the lean season. By May 2026, 32% of the population was classified in crisis, while 41,000 people were classified under emergency. The Office of the Prime Minister, Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, in partnership with World Food Programme, with funding from Government of Ireland, have launched anticipatory cash of $396,860 to 35,000 beneficiaries in Kotido and Kabong district.
Today is identifying families who will be in particular difficulty at a time of drought. So a drought is projected, unfortunately, for later this year. And we're giving the families cash. So today each family received 210,000 shillings, and there will be another distribution next month. And the hope is that this will help the families to access food during the drought period, and also protect their assets so that they don't have to sell assets in order to eat. And
OPM was able to coordinate and mobilize resources through the NGOs, through the international organizations, through the donors, partners, MDAs, to see that they realize the resources to support vulnerable cases in such situations of disasters.
The World Food Programme Acting Country Representative Marcus Pryor says the cash transfer is aimed at preparing people in the incoming drought.
So much evidence through data, through forecasting, through the partnerships we have, working together with the government of Uganda and with support of the government of Ireland and others, we're able to provide cash before the situation deteriorates so that people can address their immediate household food needs for the months ahead and be reinforced in their resilience so that they can emerge strong.
Leaders want the program to be extended to more households.
1,000 households is just a small fraction. Kotido district has over 40,000 households, over 40,000. Among the 40,000, I've just picked 7,000 7,000 individuals from 785 households. So that is a small fraction. But of course, my message to welfare program to continue mobilizing resources so that they can step up the number of households that will benefit from this cash transfer, so that the people can be in a position to survive, can be able to.
At a child, at a disabled person, these categories that we are targeting. Let's pick these people out so that we are not left behind. We are responding. This is a war. We are dealing a war of dry spell.
Kotido Resident District Commissioner Charles Ichogor urged people to utilize the funds well.
I would like to thank you and your team, WFP, for this free cash for our population. Government, I would like to thank all of you for this timely intervention. And 10,800 per household. For taking water, for taking energy, you will be in trouble. Utilize this money for its purpose.
Over 10,000 elderly people in 5 districts of Karamoja benefited in one top-up of 50,000 shillings from existing senior citizen grant. Maureen Niga compiled this report for ABC News.
In Wundibujo district, war veterans are disgruntled over neglect after having contributed to NRA liberation struggle. They are now appealing for support to be recognized and compensated. Take a look.
War veterans in Wundibujo have raised complaints claiming that government has not recognized their contribution. They say that although some received support, many were left out.
Obututwakuli meeting ya magenda mawo atwe barwesi. Ate barwesi musubi kesi kwabera n'omugaso. Ati kitidatu ingi barwege pinka tunga account wa kunkwata mukonambo. Kandi ubusumo butukatule nkaba na matoka yatu ya kampuni ya family. Mu matoka yaba yambaga amerimo yabo.
Chijanjalo Lawrence, a veteran hailing from Busaru sub-county, says he lost property during the war while supporting military operations. The group says many veterans are living in difficult conditions.
So to sub government enungi eno ya Museveni baturore bamanya makago abe mukwaya aliyo kamanda Matiansi aliyo bamanya makaga abayambire barorengu nago bagayikiremo nabo bagamanye barore. Under
their association, the veterans are calling for compensation and opportunities for their children.
So we are requesting the government, this is the time to come in to help these museums. These people helped this government because they say that two hands wash one another. But as if for the government has forgotten the people who helped them. So my appeal is that please, General Sare, the first son, the army commander was, and His Excellency the President Museveni, remember the people of Wundibujo who helped you. Requesting the government, especially the NRM government, to expedite the payment of their Kasimo, because most of our veterans are now aged. They are left with little time.
Nafuna koko ensimbi akasima murundi gumu na akasente kali kaje wano bali bagambye tujja kufuna milioni 5 nafuna ko milioni gumu n'ekitundu.
For UBC News, I am Sudat Kaye.
UBC News tonight takes a short break. Don't move.
They share an office. Some work in the day, some at night. What they have in common: focus, dedication. That's what makes them champions. They also share something else: the reward of being one. The official beer of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Not for persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly. Every life begins in a moment like this. Certain, planned, full of promise. For us, it's a bold ambition to make lives better. Because somewhere, someone is stepping into a world of work for the first time with the confidence that their retirement is taken care of. We make dreams possible. From owning homes to scaling businesses. And when health takes an unexpected turn, help is there when it's needed most. And because legacies matter, what people build does not end with them. It's passed on. We value moments with go-getters, bold dreamers and believers. Different paths, different rhythms, with one shared belief that financial freedom is within reach. For 40 years, we've made lives better and fueled Uganda's economy. Through careful investments, we have supported businesses, created jobs, and backed our nation. To us, it's more than saving. It's believing in effort, in patience, in possibility. It's making lives better. We believe in you, in us, and in Uganda.
NSSF, 40 years of making lives better.
Digging is good, but I have a wrong way to go. Katoto, do you need money? Bank of Uganda has introduced agriculture credit facility. You can own equipment such as tractors, plows, harrows, irrigation system. Imagine. Katoto, poor today, rich tomorrow. Here you go. Vroom, 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 vroom. Go to your nearest bank or call our toll-free line. This message is brought to you by Bank of Uganda.
Are you looking for a home away from home? Then this is the place for you. My name is Chini Kaji, and welcome to Hotel Le Confidential. With 84 comfortable rooms where you can relax and feel safe. Each room has a lovely view of green vegetation, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and a tasty breakfast.
Children can have fun at our kids' water park and our kids' play area. You can also enjoy our world-class health club, spa, sauna, gym, boutique, and sky blue swimming pool.
Thank you for choosing Hotel Le Confidential, where every stay is unforgettable. Come and stay in comfort, right at home, today, tomorrow, and always.
Welcome back from the short break, and for those of you that just joined us, you are watching UBC News Tonight. Now, moving on, Uganda's insurance industry is positioning itself to capitalize major infrastructure, energy and industrial projects with investments such as the Standard Gauge Railway and AFCON related developments expected to drive demand for insurance services while transferring large-scale construction, operational and investment risks. This was revealed by the Chief Executive Officer of the Insurance Regulatory Authority, Dr. Protazio Sunday, while releasing the industry's performance report for the 2025 calendar year. Dennis Sigoa reports.
Uganda's insurance industry registered a historic milestone in 2025, with gross written premium surpassing the Uganda shillings 2 trillion mark for the first time. Total premiums reached 2.024 trillion, up from 1.764 trillion shillings recorded in 2024.
Representing growth of 14.72%. Now, this is not mean growth. It is great growth, and it underscores the resilience of the insurance sector and its growing contribution to Uganda's economic development, financial stability, and social protection.
According to the regulator, this represents a robust growth of 14.7%, underscoring the sector's continued expansion and resilience. So what were the defining highlights of the industry's performance in 2025?
From this performance, we note a defining feature where life insurance demonstrated exceptional growth of 39.21%, increasing its share in total industry premiums to 48.3%. 49.3% is near to 50%. So we are almost having a balanced market in terms of market share. Now this balancing of the market share represents a significant transformation in Uganda's insurance market, which has over the years been dominated by non-life, and this reflects growing appreciation of insurance as a tool for long-term financial security, wealth creation, retirement planning, and family protection.
Looking ahead, the Insurance Regulatory Authority says the sector's outlook remains positive, supported by a stable macroeconomic environment, sustained economic growth, and new opportunities arising from the government's financial year 2026-2027 national budget priorities.
We saw a lot of allocations to infrastructure, where we see a lot of opportunities for the insurance sector.
Dennis Igoa for UBC.
Now, a Chibanja ownership dispute in Nachiyungizi, Buziga in Machinde Division, Kampala, has sparked tension after a Congolese national's claim to the property was challenged by authorities, who are now questioning the legality of her acquisition and the transaction behind it. The case has drawn the attention of the officer of the Senior Presidential Assistant for Special Duties, following a fact-finding visit led by Fiona Barungi to investigate conflicting ownership claims and establish the true status of the land.
According to investigations, the property measuring approximately 80 by 50 feet is at the center of a conflict between Ms. Rehema Nzaramba Jemima, who claims she purchased the land in 2024 for 130 million Uganda shillings, and complainant Kawesa Julius, who petitioned the office of the Senior Presidential Assistant over its ownership.
Nzaramba. Yes. Unit jina ya Kikongo, unit jina ya Kinyarwanda. Ya jaja wangu. I bought the land from Mr. Said Busurwa. They assure me that the land is on for the name of Said. We started the payment, I paid. I didn't pay at once. I paid like 3 times. Transaction.
Tugenda mu Buganda Land Board, tugenda mu Buganda nga baagala eyali yaguzaamu tesi tumwine Fred asayininge tumwine najja n'asayininga ku ndagaano.
The contested land reportedly changed hands through transactions linked to the Buganda Land Board, prompting authorities to summon all parties to explain how ownership of the Chibanja was acquired.
So you have a citizenship of Uganda and Congo. It is also allowed. I did once some time back. I had like 3. But later on, when I decided to come back home, I cancelled the 2 and I'm now a Ugandan. So how are you here?
Well, for now, I'm in the process. I've started the process.
The process of doing
for citizenship.
So are you a refugee?
I'm using the passport right now.
Which passport?
Mine.
Congolese passport?
Yes. I have a visa for 1 year.
A joint inspection was conducted involving Paul Ntabazi, local leaders and officials from the Uganda Police Force, alongside the Office of the Resident City Commissioner Makinde, represented by Assistant RCC Florence Mwebe.
Of selling the land, he sold the land to her. She came with her lawyer from Kagwa Advocates.
Kwange waliwo kakiriki
akaguza abantu bano bombi ettaka keekamu kali kamu
ako kabulira abo
kapulirwa omuntu omu bamuyita Mayanja Alon Mutale ye yakusayiningira n'endagaano esembayo madamu sikyo kakati omusajja oyo yatambulirako ensonga zino zonna obudde sobola banyonyola bingi okunoonyereza kuba
kunene mbimanyi naye briefly njagala
ne mu Buganda Land Board ekiriyo ebiriyo byonna bya kifere.
Preliminary findings indicate concerns over the legality of the transaction, with questions raised about whether a non-citizen can lawfully acquire interest in the property. Alleged arrangements. Ms. Fiona Barunj has stated that Rehman Zaramba Jemaima currently has no lawful claim to the Chimanja.
A Congolese cannot own land here unless she has a lease, and a lease cannot be on a Milo land. So once someone is a foreigner, they can only have a lease. But now, that one wasn't done. She only bought land using her lawyers, and that's it. And the board is the one that gave her. But the lady is a Congolese. To close the thing, I give you keys, take them to your people. I'm going to talk to the DPC actually in Katwe, because he's the one who knows the matter. I'm going to tell him I've given OC the keys, he's bringing them. The rest I will tell you what to do. With your bosses, IGP, direct operations. But it's very unfortunate that the lady who I asked the office of the RCC to stop building, to halt each and every activity, is a Congolese. Decided to close the place until the dispute is solved. Fine.
Ms. Barunj has pledged a full investigation to establish the true ownership and identify any possible wrongdoing, instructing all involved parties to submit relevant documents for verification at her office in Kingdom, Kampala.
Rotating the owner around the ownership of the land is also, it has a lot of messes with the Uganda Land Board. So Uganda Land Board must be careful with things they are doing.
The matter remains under active investigation. Crispus Arinitwe, Jamil Sekaja reporting for UBC.
This lady has ownership.
And now that brings us to the close of our news tonight. Thank you so much for being part of us. And of course, more news will be coming in at 10 p.m. My name is Jane Enyuramucha, and on sign language was Muhammad Mugalu.